are in full swing at day one of the International Workboat Show.
So here at MJP, we are seeing more and more inquiries in fireboats. And I think the big question is, how do we integrate our control system and our water jets whilst running the fire hydrants as an engineering process to make sure that however the hydrants are operated and how much flow rate they produce and what angles they flow from the bow or from the stern, and what force that generates, how we will counter that with our water jets so that the vessel maintains position or maintains its maneuverability. And I think that's very important as a fire operator, that they want to be able to do their job, but they want to be able to have complete control of the vessel. With the MJP control system, we run simulations in our software team, and we can simulate the flow rate and the power and the reaction force from the fire hydrants that are generated for that specific project. And we can understand where the force vectors are coming from depending on where it's being pointed. We can calculate how much thrust we need to produce whilst the fire pumps are on. So we have a firefighting mode that was selected within our command panel. And when you go into that fire mode, depending on how the vessel is configured, and there's several ways of doing it, a common way is to run the fire pump off the PTO on one of the engines. And then what that does is that the fire pumps are run from the diesel engine. We're able to capitalize on the residual power from the engines to continue running the water jets, both water jets, to make sure that we maintain our position or maintain the maneuverability of the vessel. Well, when you select that fire mode, the RPM is reduced down to 1000 RPM, and that is sufficient thrust on that engine running the fire pump to maintain the position whilst also using the other engine.
Hi everybody, I'm Ken Hockey, Workboat Senior Editor here at the Significant Boats Awards for 2022, and I am here with two winners, Boat of the Year.
The boat can literally pump while running at 15 knots fully, and it puts out, the pumps are rated for 5,000 GPM each, and we're getting 6,000 GPM each.
Now, when you decided on the MJP, well, who makes that decision, and how did you decide that that's what you wanted to use?
We do a full engineering study of every part of the propulsion system, and the MJP had more thrust, low-end thrust, and high-end thrust than any other jet in that size. And that was a very critical part of the equation, because you need low-end thrust when you're driving those pumps, because the pumps have massive thrust pushing the boat backwards against the jets, and you need to hold station. The other side was their controls. They have a control system that was very intuitive and allowed the helmsman, literally, he's standing there, and it was like butter. It was like doing nothing. And you could have done it. I could have done it. Driven the boat. Very simple.
International Workboat Show. We'll see you next year.
Thank you to everybody who came out to visit us this week in New Orleans at the International Workboat Show. We were honored to be involved in the Significant Boat of the Year along with our friends at Metalcraft Marine and Walker Design. If you didn't get a chance to come by and see us this week at the show, please visit us at marinejetpower.com.